Welcome back for another edition of Wellness TV. My name is Nick Tennant. I am a health educator with Gator Care in the Jacksonville office, and I'm also a certified meditation instructor. So for those of you that attended last week's session, we spoke a little bit about the history of meditation, the uses, kind of the common practices, and it's kind of those hurdles that we have to leap over with meditation and the barriers we have to get past. This week is going to be more heavily focused on the breathing techniques and a guided meditation, so more on the practice side of things rather than the history and the uses for it. As always, so our Jacksonville Gator Care members, for those of you that need wellness credit points, you can receive 10 wellness credit points by watching today's webinar. So just please email your name and badge ID number to wellness@jax.ufl.edu. You can put guided meditation as a subject line, so we can go ahead and give you your 10 points towards your wellness credit. So what we're going to do now is just go straight into a breathing exercise. So what I want you guys to do is same as last week. So if you're sitting down in your chair, make sure that your feet are flat on the ground, your legs aren't crossed. There's any kind of distractions that you have going on right now, kind of tone them out. And then anything that you may feel uncomfortable during a guided meditation. So anything with your spine, make sure it's straight. Anything as far as distractions or anything like that, go ahead and turn those off. So what I want you to do is sit straight. You can have your arms at your side or on your thighs right there. Don't cross your arms. Again, you'll feel a little discomfort. This is just going to be a quick breathing exercise about letting go. And then we'll get into the guided meditation right after that. So go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that your mind is the trunk of a tree and all your thoughts are branches. Just take calm, deep breaths. You don't have to focus too much on what the breaths are. Just kind of pay attention to your breath. So those strong branches with green leaves represent a healthy, focused state of mind, while the withered, dying branches are distracting thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Now visualize yourself reaching up to the branches of distraction and cutting them from the tree, thus letting go of each distraction and freeing your mind to pursue its meditative journey. It's helpful to categorize each distraction as you cut it down and let it go. Thus, you might note some branches as anxiety, an unhappy memory, a pending task, regrets. Once distractions have been categorized this way, it is as if they have been recognized that their trickery has been found out and they withdraw from the scene. So make a promise to yourself that from now on, whenever a distraction enters your mind, you will identify it and mentally prune your mind's tree of this withered branch. So go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out through your mouth for a count of 5 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. So what we're going to do now is go on a guided meditation about letting go. So a lot of times we talk about feelings that we have, and we seem to harness those inside of us. So we may hold on to guilt, we may hold on to regret, or hold on to a grudge, or have that feeling of anxiety of a pending doom or something like that. We always hold on to that feeling. So last week I had you come up with your own mantra for what you would like to have as your focal point in your mind as we meditate. So anytime your mind gets distracted or you start thinking, hey, what am I going to have for supper? What's going to happen today at work? Anything like that, you just come back to that word or phrase. So today's mantra I want you to use is release. So releasing those feelings that you have held down deep and you won't let go. So the definition of release is literally to set free from confinement. So that's what I want you to focus on. Have that word ingrained in you so that you can use that word as you go on throughout this guided meditation. So go ahead and you can have your eyes open. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and out through your mouth for a count of 5. Okay. If you have any stretches you need to do real quick, some neck rolls, just get in a comfortable position. Have your feet flat on the ground. And remember, your mantra today is release. So have that in your mind anytime that you get distracted or feel like you're out of the way or you're not focusing, you're not meditating right. Don't stress about it. Don't fight it. Just bring your mind back to that word release and what it means. So when you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and take a deep breath out. And during this meditation, I want you to go ahead and just focus on your breath. Don't worry about counting your breath. Just notice your breathing. Picture yourself walking down a busy city street. It's full of shops and businesses, and you can see crowds of people hurrying from one place to another. Cars and buses line the roads, and they crawl through the city, bumper to bumper. Just up ahead, next to the sidewalk, you notice a narrow doorway between two buildings. It's a small opening that looks like a cozy retreat from the hustle and bustle of the world around you. You walk towards the doorway, slipping easily through the crowds, and enter inside. The entrance is dimly lit. It is warm and inviting, and it shelters you from the outside world. You take a few steps deeper inside the entrance and arrive at the top of a flight of stairs. You slowly make your way down the steps, and as you do, the sound of the city begins to fade away. With each step you take, you feel yourself moving away from the noise of the world and down into a place of deep quiet. As you gradually descend the steps, you sink deeper and deeper into a state of peaceful relaxation. You have reached the bottom of the staircase. You are feeling calm and deeply relaxed. You can barely hear the sound of the street above you now. It seems so far away. Before you is a tall wooden door. A door with no handle or lever with which to open it. You study the door more closely, and you notice that the word release has been carved into its surface. Contemplate this word. Feel the essence of it. Slowly, you begin to feel a sensation of opening, of letting go, of releasing, and the door unlocks. Its old hinges creak as it slowly opens to reveal a small, round room. This room is a library. It is filled with bookshelves and has a tall dome ceiling. You step inside the room, and slowly the door closes behind you. This room is a private place. It's secluded, yet inviting. It has no windows, and it is very, very quiet. You feel content and secure in this place. the center of this room sits a small wooden desk, and on the desk lies a large, old, dust-covered book. You pick up the book and feel the weight of it in your hands. You feel a sense of wonder as you behold this grand, old book. It has rested in this place for a long time, waiting for you since long before you were born. You open the cover and you notice all the pages are blank. This is a book of freedom. It has the power to free you from anything in life that might be bothering you or weighing you down. It is time for you to write in the book. Take a moment to think about anything that is troubling you in your life. Bring to mind any situation that seems to be blocking you, any forthcoming event that frightens you, any person that you are in conflict with, any negative feelings that you are holding on to. Write about anything at all that you feel is holding you back or that burdens you. Simply feel or imagine your thoughts and feelings being printed into this book. Allow images to form in your mind and allow your feelings to flow. Let them flow out onto the pages of the book. Sense that these pages are filling up with all your worldly concerns. The book absorbs them all. As the pages fill with words and pictures, you begin to feel lighter and more positive. You have been heard. You have been understood. You feel reassured and relieved. You close the book, and now the domed roof above you begins to open. Slowly but surely, the roof opens completely, revealing the clear blue sky above. With effortless ease, you begin to float towards the open roof above you. You glide up and out of the room and slowly up into the sky. You feel a wondrous sense of freedom as you fly higher and higher in the sky. You can see the entire city below you, and it is gradually becoming smaller and smaller. You are leaving the world behind you and floating high up into the heavens. Higher and higher you fly, passing beyond the clouds, feeling even more joyful, even more free. You turn to look back at Earth. It is a small blue sphere floating in a vast emptiness. Take a moment to drift simply through space. Admire the beauty of the stars and the planet far below. You are weightless, serene, at peace. This floating sensation is profoundly relaxing, and you slip even deeper into a state of complete stillness. You feel as though you are a million miles from anything or anyone, and yet you feel connected to the entire universe. You feel vast, weightless, timeless. You slowly start to float back down to Earth, feeling more at ease than before. The weight of worry has been lifted from your shoulders. You are ready to take on anything that confronts you. When you are ready, take one last deep breath in and out. Go ahead and open your eyes. So hopefully you all feel a little bit more relaxed and able to take on those worries that have been troubling you and feeling that feeling of letting go. It can definitely be relieving. So I wanted to mention, as I did before, we have a lot of resources available for you guys. So if you go to gatorcare.org/meditate, we have a lot of free resources available up there about meditation for you guys. Or you can reach out to me personally. My email is right under there at nick.tennant@floridablue.com. If you want any type of meditation advice or any type of coaching with that, I'd be more than happy to help with that as well. And lastly, as I mentioned last week, there are a lot of free meditation apps out there. I actually just started using that one in the middle of your screen called 10% Happier. I kind of used it just to kind of test it out, and I actually am become slightly addicted to it. So I highly recommend that one as well. It has a lot of different techniques, and a lot of people that have tried it, that have come across barriers with meditation, use that app and have gotten significantly better at meditating because of it. So I don't know find one that works for you. I've used Headspace. I think that's a great starting point, and then transition to 10% Happier. And I honestly couldn't have been happier. So if you've joined any of my meditation sessions, I always like to leave you guys with a quote. Since the theme today was about letting go, I thought this quote kind of fit it perfectly. So if in the course of your life you find yourself caught between holding on and letting go, you can find freedom and flexibility. Holding on doesn't have to be grasping. It can be a gentle embrace. Letting go isn't giving up, but letting be. And being yourself, it is your willingness to be a stranger to the self you thought you knew that allows you to most fully realize the self that you are now. So I just read this in a book I was reading during my meditation classes, and I just thought that was a perfect quote for this type of meditation about letting go, because I tend to hold on to those feelings too, and they just fester. So there's no good reason to hold on to things like that. So we just have to learn to let go, and it's releasing that control that can be somewhat of a challenge. So I hope you all enjoyed this meditation session. Please join us again. I believe we'll be doing another one on Monday. So if you're able to join us next week on Monday, I will be there. This is also going to be recorded and will be posted later. So if anyone wants to access it at any time, it'll be available for you as well. But I'll open it up to any questions or any comments. Other than that, you guys are free to go. So thank you.